Are you an abusive partner or are you a victim of domestic violence? There is no immunity, antidote, no vaccine for domestic violence. This can happen to anyone, regardless of gender, race, sex orientation, faith, or even class. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Masi Paul. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell. Domestic violence happens when one partner feels the need to control the relationship in all aspects. Some people don't even realize they're in abusive relationships because abuse is not only physical, it could be mental, spiritual, sexual, and mostly it happens in people in long-term relationships because the partner, you have created a bond with this person, and the victim always have to have gained trust with the abuser. So it just happens with time. It's gradual, and with time you realize this is not a healthy relationship. Although some don't even realize until something terrible happens to them. And for those who are the partners are physical, they like engage in a big fight. You have bruises over your face, you have injuries, some even have fractures. That's when it sounds like a wake-up call. Like, oh, this is an abusive partner, this is a toxic relationship. But for those in emotional abuse, it's not easy. And here are some of the signs of domestic abuse. Does your partner embarrass you or make fun of you in front of his friends, family, or even your friends? Does he blame you for how he feel or act? Does he pretend like you have to be responsible for his behavior? Does he use alcohol, drugs as an excuse to rationalize his behavior? Does it make you feel like there's no way out of that relationship? There's no life if it's not with him? And I'm going to generalize here because 80% of domestic violence victims are women. Does it try to make you feel like you can't have a life? It's him and you. Does it try to prevent you like or keep you from leaving after a fight? Sometimes they, lock the door, take your credit card, and they're trying to teach you a lesson. Do you constantly make excuses to other people for how your partner behaves? He'll walk into a room, it's just you and your friends, and he'll curse you out of your name, and you'll be like, sorry guys, I didn't tell him when I was coming or something like that. It's not right. Do you believe you can help your partner change? That is, if only you change something about yourself. I think that's the most women feel, because you'll go to church, you'll start praying, you'll do all things, you change your code of dressing, everything just to make your partner stay. But do you really feel you're responsible for your partner's behavior? Or, these are just choices. That's a choice he has made. And when you find yourself thinking about it that way, like you have to change yourself in order for your partner to stay with you, then that's an emotional abuse. It's not healthy and it is not right. I know most people suffer in silence just because the society it does not give an open arm to people who walk out of their marriages, out of their relationships, and say they have been abused. If only we could create a society whereby we could embrace these people, understand them like our sisters, our, you know, our family, our friends, that way it could be easier. Most women suffer in silence because of you and me. Most of the time, when a woman speaks out about domestic violence or abuse, we rush into conclusions. Why can't she just leave? There's more to that. Try to walk a mile in that person's shoes, and then, just then, you would understand. The society, we have created an atmosphere where if you're not married, it's like you're not complete. If you you married and now you walk out of your marriage, then it's like, you know, you you're not like a normal person. These are stereotypes that, you know, we shouldn't ring us in anyone's head. It is not right. Until it happens to someone you know, that's then maybe you could understand. But don't wait until it gets there. We, the society, we have to create an atmosphere where if someone walks out of marriage, it is okay. If they choose not to continue with the abuse, with the torture and everything, if it is not working, it is okay to walk out. But you shouldn't judge them, make conclusions, and think that maybe that the reason why the marriage didn't work, that the reason why the husband is behaving in some type of way. That's a stereotype, and it is not right. Imagine a society where if you went home, you told your parents, like, you know what, this is not working for me, and I think I'm gonna bring it to an end. And they'll understand. Yes, they'll ask questions, it's okay, but they will understand. But in the society we are today, if you go to your friend and open up about domestic violence, I think the next thing they do is just pick a phone, call their friends, and gossip about you. For instance, how many people have called you, maybe your female friends, let's say, and told you the husband got physical last night, and immediately she hung up. You're another call, calling your friend and saying that how stupid she is to stay in that marriage and she should walk out, blah blah blah. But have you offered any help? Have you asked her, are you okay? How can I help? Have you helped her transition? Because she has this life and there's this life of walking out. There's a gap in here. And when this happens, all she needs is emotional support, financial support. How many have called you and told you that I was kicked out of my house last night? Did you tell them that you can crash at my place for a few days? I mean, I could, pay your house rent for 1 month. I could buy you, credit and all that. What help have you offered to a victim of domestic violence? And that's how you create a chance. That's how you make it easier for them being abused. When was the last time you called your friend and asked her, you told me something happened last night. Has it happened again? Most of us, she's so stupid. I don't think she's even beautiful enough. The husband has the right to do that. I mean, she's not curvaceous. Is she even educated? Like, come on, guys. This could happen to anyone. Imagine if it was your sister. Imagine if it was your mom. And for the abusers, I don't know why, but life has a way of paying things back. You have a daughter and you're abusing her mom. The chances are you're teaching her how to tolerate abuse. You're teaching her that it is okay to be abused, which is not. And for those in abusive relationships, please, it's not easy to transition, to move from what you have, from what you don't know, from the life you know to the unknown, from all the insecurities to I don't even know what. But the moment you stay, with the notion that you're staying for your children, it's actually the other way around. You're staying to teach them that it is okay for it to happen. If you have a daughter, she's gonna end up being a victim. If you have a son, he's gonna become an abuser. The only way to make the society better is through these three things. It is okay to walk out. Create a support system for these people. And for those being abused, there's life after that. There's beauty. There's love again. It's not all about this person, what he can offer, the lifestyle and all that. The more you stay, the more it gets worse.